Check out Miss Cool's hair. One of the gals curled it a whole bunch, you know. But hey, guess what? It's fun to not have a perm, but just do it with a curling iron. Sometimes I gotta come on here at 65 years old and let people know I'm not all the time judging. Hey, you, I can say things because I've been there. I can say things because that's what the Lord wants me to do. Okay, you know what? And my spirit does. I'll say I want to do it. Okay, you know why I want to judge? Because I've been there. I've been around people that just they're so different behind the door. You know, I can say have manners and stuff, but why don't you be real? Why don't you just come on once in a while and say how you feel? But I guess some people are gifted like me to come on here, not to brag, but actually say how you feel. Now, I've met a lot of people that'll say, oh, shoot. You know, if you overhear them or you see the real them, because sometimes they don't want you to see the real them. Okay. Most of the time when I've gotten upset at people, there's a story behind the story. Okay. And sometimes, you know what, people don't know the whole story. That's why there's 12 people on a jury. That's why a lot of times people just look at other people and they say, wonder what's going on with that. How come that family isn't getting along? Because there's usually about two or three people in everybody's family that are really highly opinioned. I'm one of them, but I'm always willing to work things out. Okay. Not the kind of person that carries this role. Oh, Aunt Mary said not to talk to her. Well, we can't talk to that one. Well, we got to stick to ourselves and not invite them. They're ignorant. And people grow up like that. People don't have inside their heart, hey, let's make some peace. Let's try to talk to others. Let's try to make things right. They carry on this generation curse. It's a generation curse not to make peace. While they think they're doing really good for everybody in their family, they're causing more rift. They're causing more problems. And they're really, really, really trouble because they can't forgive and move on. I've been like that before, so I know. I fiend for pills. I fiend for, medication. I fiend for cigarettes. I fiend for dope. I fiend and ran for cigarettes and marijuana and all that. But you know what? One day you're going to realize that it's fun to be sober. It's fun to be real. Come on out, be real. You know who you are. You know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you, the one that sits behind people just judging and judging. I come on here and I tell people how I feel. What do you want to do? Have a generation curse? And say, you tell them, you say it. I'm scared. Get up and talk about it. Talk about your ignorance. Talk about how you like control, but don't want nobody to control you. Talk about how you don't like gossip, but are all the time gossiping, thinking you're above somebody. Well, you need to get your ass off the throne. You need to come on down. Because if you don't, the world and God and karma, reaping and sowing will teach you like it taught Miss Cool. Okay? So I come on here, not just for you that's listening that I may not love or care about. I care about you as a human. But I'm leaving something for my grandchildren so they can say, listen to my grandma Pamela, Miss Cool. Yes, I did tell you. I will tell you children today. Wait, buy a home, have good friends, okay? People that can support you and not just use you for their needs. That's one of the biggest things people do is they'll find out, they'll see a weakness in you, and then they'll just like sit on it, okay? They'll take what they want out and just, use you. Don't let it get to you. Walk away from these type of people. There's certain people and families that are really bad about it. They got control of other people, okay? Well, you listen to me, and we're not going to talk to that person, and we're not going to do this with that person. It's called a generation curse. And half the time they don't even know they're doing it. Half the time they want to blame something on somebody else that's got a chemical imbalance while they haven't even gone to therapy and figured out what the hell's wrong with them. So, hey, it's Miss Cool today, coming on a little hard. Need to calm it down a little bit. But, when you're passionate about some things and you're not just doing it for the people that are sitting there judging me, you know who you are, but actually doing it for the people when I'm not around anymore that love their grandma, love their mom, love Miss Cool. Having a baby was having a baby really young. I lived through it, and I'm a strong mama. And I wouldn't change my life for anything. But what I would change is not being able to be real, to have to live a life of a lie. to not know who your children's fathers are, their blood birth rights. A lot of parents hide that from children, okay? A lot of parents, want somebody else to raise their kids. And then when the kids are all grown up, they're like stepping up going, hey, I'm your daddy. You ain't nobody's daddy. You're your own daddy. You took too many years partying, boy. And I'm here to tell you, men that abuse women verbally and with their hands. The verbal's the worst because that's a deep cut. Trying to take their self-esteem when they need them more than anybody. Okay? So it's Miss Cool coming on here. If you got people in your family all the time, trying to say, oh, we can't talk to them because we can't get over stuff that we were wrong about. I lost respect for those people a long time ago, but they never knew I played their game. They never knew I prayed for them. They never really knew. I said, you know what? One day they'll come around. But for those of you that haven't forgiven, for those of you that can't move on and are saying the other people really aren't moving on and can't forgive, it could be you. It's Miss Cool saying, peace. Take an inventory of your heart, will you? Be real today. Put the pipe down.